Ted Dox was a well-paid pharmaceutical executive preparing to board a plane and watch Tiger Woods play golf when he turned on the television. He wanted to check the weather. It was September 11th, 2001.
And I saw two planes hitting the World Trade Center. And if you remember, for those of you old enough, that they downed all flights. Everything was canceled. And for me, I was teaching and coaching kids in the inner city, for basketball. And I was telling them to do something bigger, to do something bigger than themselves. And so for me, it was an epiphany where I had to look myself in the mirror. And even though I was making really, really great money, I just thought I was a little bit hypocritical.
That's because the professors and coaches of this 1998 graduate of Morehead State University taught him to be actively engaged, to make a difference in the world.
Someone was attacking our country, and I felt like I was on the sidelines. And Morehead taught me that I'd rather be in the game than be on the sidelines as a spectator. And so at that point, I applied to the Bureau.
The Bureau meaning the Federal Bureau of Investigation. That was the start of Ted Dox's remarkable career at the FBI. But the Michigan native probably never intended to spend much of his life at the nation's premier police agency. He came to Morehead State to play basketball.
It's one of those things, as you know, as you get older, you appreciate even more. I think the aspect to play against these elite individuals from not only Morehead, but these other schools as well. I had the benefit of or the curse to play against University of Kentucky. Both times they won the national championship. My freshman year, I played against one of, I think, the best teams ever to play college basketball. Almost all, 12 of their roster played in the NBA. I remember it was very eye-opening when I had Walter McCarty guarding me on the press, and I'm fairly quick, and he is only a step behind me, but with his wingspan, he's still on me. And so that was just, that was very interesting. Ironically, that was one of the best games that I had as a freshman.
Playing basketball at MSU was a chance to see the country and build the kind of relationships necessary to be successful at anything.
It's the bonds that you make and you forge through blood, sweat, and tears. I think that's just invaluable. You learn to win well, you learn to lose well, you learn to basically work through adversity. All of those things while managing your academics, I think is something that has helped me throughout my career.
Ted Dox's professional life at the FBI began in Louisville and brought him all over the country: Washington, D.C., Detroit, Houston, and Los Angeles. At the LA field office, Dox served as special agent in charge of the criminal division. Today, he's director of the Bureau's field office in Boston.
It'll be 20 years in November of being in the Bureau, and I tell you that when I joined, I wanted to be impacted by people, and I wanted to make an impact. And at every career move, I tell people that it never has to really change. I want to impact people and have them impact me as well. This job, whether it's counterterrorism, counterintelligence, whether it's the violent crimes against children, whether it's the public corruption, white collar, cyber, it gives me a chance to move the ball forward in one small way every day. And for me, that's what life's about, trying to be better every day.
Ted Dox met his wife at Morehead State, so it's understandable that he'd have some affection for his alma mater, but it's more than that. It's a love affair that's always been on display.
I think, very highly of my university. When you go to my office, you'll see as well, I've always represented Morehead State. I'm big on that. I think that the school in which made me, I'm always going to be proud to display, whether it's my Morehead degrees, whether it's the banner. I actually have a piece of the floor in my office as well from the original gym. And so I'm very big on being proud of where I went, because that's what made me me.
And to now be honored by the school that helped launch his storied career makes him humble and very appreciative.
Once you touch that campus, it never really leaves you. Whether it's the beautiful leaves in the fall, whether it's the quiet campus, it's just something that it really makes you you. And I think that all of us, once you have been on that campus, once you have graced those halls, be it ADUC, be it Alumni Tower, be it Carmel, which was my first, it's something that my friends and I, when we talk, we go back to all of those memories of being at a football game. And I think that that's what basically brands you as that Eagle for life. Once an Eagle, always an Eagle. It's just, I've been blessed beyond measure because, I mean, she's blessed me all throughout my life and has been a rock for me. Ironically, almost her whole family are Morehead grads. Her father is a Morehead grad, and I actually followed a lot in his footsteps. He was a finance major as well. You know, her aunts are all Morehead grads. And that's where, when you say once an Eagle, always an Eagle, it's really true to not only my family in a lot of ways, but to my wife's family also. And so Morehead has a special place in my heart, and definitely I soar with Morehead in so many ways than one, because it's truly been the rock for most of my foundation in life.
Congratulations, Ted Dox, on your induction into the Morehead State University Alumni Hall of Fame.